Welcome or welcome back. So, today is a slightly special video because I am doing a Genshin Impact account tour. So, in the following few days, I will be uploading a lot of account tours of different games I play, and I'm starting it with Genshin Impact because it's the longest gacha game I've played. Actually, Honkai Impact is the longest gacha game I played, but officially an account which I played from the absolute start. Uh, I have been playing Genshin Impact since 2020, and I have taken a lot of breaks because, again, burnout. And yeah, and I still really love this game. I enjoy playing the game. I enjoy collecting things. I enjoy playing the story. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of the latest story, but I love the world quest. I absolutely love the world quest more than the Archon quest or the story quest. And I love one thing I love the most in Genshin Impact is building characters. And I am pretty proud of my builds. So before we go into builds, let's look at the character roster. As you can see, this is my character roster. I have a lot of characters. If you see, the first date I ever played was actually on 12th of October 2020. That was actually a month after the Genshin was released and a few days after my birthday. So I remember picking this game up and being absolutely addicted to it. And and these are the characters I own. I know it's quite a lot. I'm not a free-to-play player in this game. I'm a dolphin who occasionally gets the battle pass and regularly gets the well kit. So these are the characters I've collected, and I think I have a good amount of characters, but I do want more. I do have a wish list of characters I plan to get. For example, I really want Morvika. I couldn't get Morvika because I got Citlali. Auron is the only 4 star I'm missing, and currently we're in patch 5.5. So I guess I in this update we can get a free Auron, so I'm really happy about that. I really do want Kimmich, especially for my overworld team, because I'm really tired of playing Wander as my overworld explorer all the time, and I would really love to play Kinich. I found his playstyle very fun, but at the time I wasn't playing Genshin that frequently, so I didn't have any funds. And I do want Emily, who I skipped the first time because I was saving up for Naklam. Maybe I would also like a Shanyun, who is currently running. So, yeah, if I'm lucky, you may see a Shannon building video. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. I think it's Yanyun. Yeah, I would like an Arataki Ito, even though he is not the he pales in comparison to Navia. I would really like an Arataki Ito, but yeah, these are the characters I really want. Uh, yeah, this is my character wish list, which consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think that's a decent amount of characters to wish for, but I'm not just wishing for the characters. I also wish for the constellations. I started wishing for character constellations starting from last year, from the Fontaine patch, and yeah, I usually pull them on reruns. So it's not a completely, what do you say, a completely normal account. I would say it's quite invested. Now, I will show you the name cards I have unlocked. I usually love collecting the battle pass. I only buy the battle pass if there's a name card I really like. For example, this was for the recent Simulanka, which I really loved, and I think I'm gonna use this. And there was also this which we got uh, for the release of the album for free. And there's also this we got from the potion making event. And there's this, I forgot. This was from the previous summer event with Klee. I love collecting name cards, especially I have a lot of characters, so making them friendship 10 all the time is a little difficult, but I love collecting name cards. I was really sad when I couldn't collect. I don't have Mavika, so I really couldn't collect the latest name card with the Saurians. Where is it? I don't think it's here. It's not here. I don't have it. It's not showing. But the latest event, which was a kind of a Mavika DPS check, so I don't have that. But I do remember them giving out free, yes, this 2021 or 2020 event where it was a wine event where I got this name card. So yeah, I wish they would give out name cards more often because they're so pretty, they're so beautiful. As for my achievements, I'm a really casual player and I haven't explored much or done anything. As you can see, it's zero in Natlan because I haven't touched Natlan as of yet. And Sumeru and Fontaine is really less, but I do plan on working on these. Uh, I only have 800 achievements as of now, and yeah. And as for my highest level of damage, yes, is it is 200k. It is not a million because I my characters are not the best built. I usually build them the way I like it. So they're not the best built characters, but I like building everyone at DPS as well as a support. So that kind of does not work all the time in terms of DPS check. And nor do I play the rotations really good because I have skill issue. So yeah. Now let's check out the inventory. Now again, as I said, I am not a free to play. I am a dolphin. So I do pull on the weapon banner. And I have been quite lucky on the weapon banner, if I say so. The most recent weapon I pulled was Gilonen's weapon for her and Nouvelette's weapon. And I like raising all my weapons to a level 90, but because of that, I'm always running low on resources. I have most of the event weapons, like this one from, I forgot from the Midsummer event. I also have the first ever event weapon ever, Festering Desire, at R3, unfortunately, because I have no reasons I have no excuses for this. This was really bad. I should have R5'd it. It was quite a difficult event for me because I had my characters extremely underleveled back then. But yeah, I also have the most recent weapon, which is this for Iansan. So I have a lot of event weapons, and I like keeping my inventory decently tidy. Uh, so I don't have a lot of extra weapons. Again, I don't have any enhancement ores because I'm broke. And these are my artifacts. Almost 650 artifacts. Not all of them are leveled, but most of them are. They're not the greatest artifacts. Like, for example, I need to farm Emblem, though I've been farming that domain for 2 years, but I never got anything proper. But yeah, I should go back to Emblem. I've been decently lucky with uh, the Codex, Obsidian Codex, and the Golden Troop domain. So I don't think I need to go back to those domains instantly. I don't farm every domain. I kind of like to use universal sets on everyone. So yeah, and these are the EXP books, which I know is very low, and so is the Mora. I'm running low, but what can I say? So these are the boss materials. I do the weeklies every week. Sometimes I do miss weeks, but they're not that big of a deal. I mainly do it for the transient resin, not transient resin. What do you call those? Those pretty blue bottles. Yeah. Uh, I don't have a lot of books. Uh, and I have 23 crowns. I only started crowning characters maybe in 6 months ago. I didn't, I never used to, I used to hoard all the crowns. So, yeah. This is my food inventory. I like to craft all the special dishes from characters. I don't use them. I like to craft them, but again, I don't have all the characters, so I wait for the birthday mails to collect them. And I have 8 dragon spine tooth for some reason. I get really low ore, extremely low ore. But as I said, I keep crafting them, I keep mining them. I grind a lot, but I'm always broke. And these are my gadgets. Don't forget to use your parametric transformer every week because they give you resources, even if it's really low. And these are the event. Speaking of events, I have this moonstringer from the first ever fishing event. I also have Endora from the first ever Oceanite event, which was from Mondstadt. I am missing a single Sealy. I missed the Sealy event once, so I really couldn't get my hands on the purple Sealy, which is pretty sad because I really wanted the purple Sealy. These are my World Quest events items. As you can see, I don't have the Natlan final boss drop because I haven't done the Natlan quest yet. And these are my birthday cakes. Again, as I said, I started playing Genshin after my birthday, so I couldn't get the Mondstadt cake, which is a shame because the Mondstadt cake was my favorite. I have 7 sanctifying elixir. I don't plan on using it anytime soon. I have 21 resin, which is really low. I should hoard it more. And I have, yes, dream solvents. I have 31 dream solvents, which again is pretty low. And I have no primo gems because I'm currently pulling for shiny ones. Now on to the map. I love exploring in games, but I do not like exploring in gacha games. So there's quite a difference. I love exploring in games like Legend of Zelda, and I have a lot of fun. And I did have a lot of fun exploring Mondstadt and Liyue initially, but after Inazuma came out, I got really burnt out of exploration, and now I just rarely do it. But I do plan on completing it sometime. But yeah, exploration in gacha games can be really tiring because of how repetitive and not that very rewarding it is. It is not very rewarding. So yeah, I have Mondstadt 100%. Except this Starfell Valley, I don't know where the 1% is. I've scoured this region so many times, but I just can't find it. Now Dragonspine, Enconomia, And the lower ground chasm undergrounds were my favorite areas to explore, and they still are to this day my favorite area. I really like Chenyu Vale as well, though the exploration is not that much. Leeway again, not complete. If we go to Inazuma, it's all above 90. So, except Watatsumi Island, I really did not like exploring Watatsumi Island. It was really not fun. If we go to Enkonomiya, I really had a lot of fun exploring Enkonomiya, but I've done all the quests there and I had really a lot of fun. I love the lower drops. Eh, the reason why I love the chasm, the Enkonomiya and Dragon Spine is because of the lore. It's so cool. That's partly the reason why I really love the Sumatra Desert as well, which is a very unpopular opinion. As you can see, Sumeru is not that explored, but even though the desert looks unexplored, I really enjoyed the quests here. I have done all the Sumeru quests, and I am currently doing Fontaine and Natlan quests. I want to currently focus on the Natlan quests before I come back to Fontaine and Sumeru. As you can see, there it is not in a great shape. 22%, 39%, and Sea of Bygone Eras non-existent. And yeah, I haven't even started Natlan. As you can see, the Archon quest is still pending. And yeah, there are lots of regions I need to explore. And there's also an event going on where I can get extra primos if I explore the newest volcano region. So yeah, I plan on grinding it as soon as possible. But then again, I play a lot of games, so it is not easy for me to explore all out. Now, moving on to my characters. I do have a lot of characters. Not all of them are level 90. I only level 90 few characters. The Traveler was the first ever level 90 character, and the start characters are the characters I consider being built, or I consider who have a good enough build where I need not revisit them and change the build. Uh, the rest of the characters, like most of my characters, don't have builds. I plan on building every single character, but yeah, that's gonna take a long time. So let's get on with the builds. Starting with the Traveler, he has 281 Elemental Mastery. This is the Dendro Traveler. I really like the Dendro Traveler. I do not like any other form of Traveler. The Dendro Traveler is the most fun to play, and he's not built, as you can see. He has a lot of ER, but he has no crit, which is really sad. I used to main the Traveler for a long time, and unfortunately, I have replaced his build, and his builds have been going here and there everywhere. He's using the Favonius Sword, and his artifacts are Emblem of Self Fate. And he's not C6 because I haven't completed the Sumeru collection. And his talents are 8, 12, 12. And yeah, that's the Traveler. Now, Zhongli. Zhongli is rocking a hybrid build of 40k HP and a 72 crit rate and 140 crit damage with a good amount of ER. He's using the white tassel as his weapon because I am running low on crit rate weapons, and these are his artifacts. He's running the tenacity of the Millelith, and he is C1. Now, fun story. Now, Zhongli, I pulled Zhongli in his first ever banner, and I got really lucky and got a double 5-star. and that happened to be Jonghyun. So I never had a double 5 star ever again. So yeah, I seem to have used up all my luck for that. He's 899. I plan to crown him, and yeah. Next is Wanderer, who I named Hiroyuki, which means golden blessing or something like that. I don't remember, but I wanted to name him in such a way like I want him to remember that he is a blessing on this earth despite whatever he has done, and he is still, and I want only good fortune to fall upon him. So that's why I named him Hiroyuki. Uh, he One thing I struggle with all the characters is building a good amount of attack, which you can see there 1.8k is the maximum amount of attack I can ever build on a character. It never reaches 2k, so I need to work on that. He's rocking a 78 crit rate and 201 crit damage with good ER. He doesn't need the ER, but yeah. He's using Solar Pearl R3. He's using 2-piece Glad and 2-piece Verdescent. He's C0, but I plan on getting his first and second constellation. And I plan to triple crown him as well. He's 10-10-9. So yeah. Kazuha. He's again built for a hybrid as a hybrid DPS. He has 800 elemental mastery, 56 crit rate, 120 crit damage, and 150 ER. And he gets a lot more ER from his weapon, which is Z-Force Moonlight, which is at R2. I got really lucky getting this weapon. I have one more Z-Force on Cookie, so yeah, I got really lucky pulling on the weapon banner. He's running 4-piece Word Descent. He's C0, but I plan to get him to C2, and he's 8-10-10. Naida again on a hybrid build, and she's on 800 elemental mastery, 54 crit rate, and 130 crit damage, and a decent ER of 150%. She's running her signature, 1000 Floating Dreams at R1. She has Deepwood. She's C1 currently, and I plan on getting her to C2 on the next rerun. And she's 10-10-10, and she was my first ever triple crown character. Furina, she has 30k HP and 70 crit rate and 200 crit damage and 180 ER. Her ER is low, but most of the time I run her on either a Kazuha team or a double Hydro team, so I don't need to worry about the ER that much. I do tend to play her solo Hydro a lot, especially in the overworld, because I find her very useful to play in the overworld because she just kills the enemies for you. You don't even need to smash the buttons. And she has a signature weapon, which I accidentally pulled, and yeah, I got lucky. She's running 4-piece Golden Troop. She's C2. I pulled her second constellation in her most recent banner, and she's 6-10-10. I plan on reworking Furina to get her with more HP, but yeah. Novelette, she's at 33 HP, 43 crit rate, and 287 crit damage, and 120 ER. The ER does not matter because he has a signature, and he's running Marushasha Hunter. He's at C1, which again I got lucky, and he's triple crown. Alakino has 80 crit rate and 210 crit damage with 120 ER and a really low attack, but I initially built her for elemental mastery, but then I realized it wasn't really working that well, so I built her for attack. She is running the deathmatch at R5. I plan on getting her signature someday. She's running the Gladiator finale, and she's C0, but I do want to get C2 for her. And she's 1098, and I plan on crowning her. Kuki Shinobu, she has 730 EM and 30k HP. These are her stats. She's running Z-Force Moonlight R1, and she's running Gilded Dreams, and she's C2. I do hope one day I get C6. I really love getting C6 uh, 4-star characters, but yeah. And she's 6106. Next is Citlali. She's the most recent character I got, and yeah, she's still in the works. She has a 750 EM, and she's again a hybrid DPS, but she's not fully built. She has a 52 crit rate and 110 crit damage and 180 ER, which is not that much, but yeah. She is running Sacrificial Fragments R5, Scroll, Cinder City, C0. I plan on getting her to C2, and 699. Ayado, he has 80% crit rate, 210 crit damage and 140 ER, and he's running the Primordial Jade Cutter, and he's running 2-piece Glad, 2-piece Shiminawa, which is quite odd because I originally planned for him to run full Glad, but it seems I mixed up his sets again. C0, 898. I plan on crowning his skill. And yeah, Jilonan, who I also very recently built. I will upload the videos of building these characters quite soon. So she has 3k defense. Again, she's a work in progress. And she's not built for crit, so she's not a hybrid, but she's a pure support. She has 190 ER. She's running Peak Patrol Song, Scroll of Simplicity. C1, I do plan on getting C2 sometime in the future. She's 688, and yeah. Kachi. Unfortunately, I did not want to build her, but I needed more characters for the Imaginarium Theater. So she has 200 EM and 70 crit rate and 200 crit damage. I like to keep an ratio of 70 crit rate and 200 crit damage for all my cat DPSs, and she has 160 ER. I like my characters having high ER because I can burst more often. She's running the Black Sword R2. She's running 2-piece Gilded, 2-piece Wanderer. I could go Glad or 2-piece Attack, but I value the EM more. And she's C3. So I have a lot of standard characters. I have all the standard characters with a lot of constellations on them. So you'll be surprised that I have lost a lot of 50/50s in this game. She's 888. Next is Baiju. He is not built, but I don't plan on revisiting him anytime soon. He has a 40k HP and a 177 ER, and he is running Prototype Amber, 4-piece Deepwood, C0, and 888. Faruzan, she has 54 crit rate because she's running Fav and 239 ER, but somehow that ER also manages to fall low because though I have her C6, she somehow struggles to burst. She's running on Fav R5, Noblesse, C6, and 688. Raiden, now she's one of my worst build characters because I really have bad luck in the emblem domain. So I want to build a hybrid EM and hybrid crit, which I do plan on making a separate video in the future. So stay tuned. She has 300 EM, 370 EM, 70 crit rate, as very bad 100 crit damage, and 220 ER. I feel like the ER can go lower because she has a signature weapon which gives a lot of ER and attack. She's running emblem. She's C2 and she's 810 9. Now I'll hate them again, who I have not built. He's not built at all. He's has 300 EM, 87 crit rate, and 130 crit damage with 122 ER. Again, he's not built. He's running Wolfang, which I might change for later. And he's running Gilded Dreams, C0, 8, 9, 10. And yeah. Kaya, again, he's in the process of being built. I have made him a hybrid physical and cryo DPS, which sounds ridiculous, but he is both a physical and cryo DPS built with elemental mastery and physical res. So it's quite funny. He has 200 EM, which I plan to increase, 56 crit rate, 165 crit damage, 135 ER. He's running Aquila Favonia, 2-piece Bloodstain, 2-piece Pale Flame, C4. I want to get a C6, but you know how unlucky we can be with the initial characters. He's 8-9. I think this is 8-8-9. Fischl, again, she needs work. She's not built. She has 186 EM, 68 crit rate, 139 crit damage on 162 ER. She's running the Stringless. And she has 4-piece Golden Troop, C6, 8, 8, 10, 8. Bennett, he is running, has a base attack of 799 and 60 crit rate, 120 crit damage, and 233 ER. I would like to build him with more ER, but yeah. He's running Skyward Blade, 4-piece Noblesse. C6, I really don't mind him being C6. If you want to keep him C5 and not unlock the 6th constellation, I think that's fine, but I really don't mind him being C6. It's been beneficial for me many times. And he's 8-8-10. And Zhao, he is being built, and I don't use him other than Imaginary Theater. So he's running Marsucia Hunter, so he has 48 crit rate and 182 crit damage and a lot of ER. Because he's running Skyward Spine, and he's running Marsucia Hunter, C0, 899. Venti, again, he is not built. 400 Elemental Mastery. I would like for it to be more. I would like to also build him on a crit, but that can wait for now. 180 ER, Stringless R3, Burdensome Venom, C0, 688. I plan on crowning him. Ganyu. Now, Ganyu was a character I initially got because of the hype and realized that I absolutely hate playing bow characters and charged attack characters mainly. So she is absolutely not built. She has Fading Twilight, and I don't know why. I plan on giving her a Noblesse and making her a burst DPS. C0, 689. Yelan, again, she's semi-built. She doesn't have the greatest build. Again, I don't have the best luck with Emblem. So she has a 25k HP, 70 crit rate, 144 crit damage, and 177 ER. Now the ER works because I'm using Sacrificial Bow, and she's using 4-piece Emblem. I do want to get C2 sometime, but I don't know when. She's 899. Kokomi, not built. She has 40k HP and 121 ER. I don't use her burst a lot, so I mainly use her for the healing and the skill. And she's using Ash Graven R5. This is an event weapon, And I want to change the artifacts to tenacity, but she's currently using Ocean Hue Tank, and she's 898. Hu Tao, one of the characters I regret the most because I do not enjoy playing Hu Tao at all. She has 200 EM, 75 crit rate, 185 crit damage, 157 ER, and she's running Primordial Jade Wing Spear and 2-piece Gilded, 2-piece Wanderer, C0, and 888. Flea, again, she's not built. I plan on building her as an EM bot. She has a signature weapon from Dodoko Tales from the event. Again, not built. No cons. 885, not built. Diluc, decently built. He has 73 crit rate, 200 attack, 168 crit damage, and 151 ER. He has a skill because Diluc was my first ever main after Kaya. It was my first ever 5-star main, and I really love Diluc's character, especially in the comics. So yeah, he's running Wolf's Gravestone R2. He's running 2-piece Shimenawa, 2-piece Glad. C2. I don't know whether I should be happy or sad about it. And he's 8, 9, 10. I plan to triple crown him. Sucrose, not built. These are her stats. She is using Sacrificial Fragments, Verdus and Venom, C6, and not built. Lisa, not built. I mainly use her for the burst. She's using Favonius Codex and Emblem. C3, I want her C6 someday. And 868. Yao Yao, absolutely not built. She's C6. Xing Chao is built, but I need to rework him. He has no crit and only ER. He's using Sacrificial Sword. I want to put Noblesse on him because I do tend to use him in teams outside of national teams. C6 and 8, 9, 10. Thoma, I want to build him as an EM bot, but he's not built. Fav, R5, EM, C6, 878. Changling, she's again not built because I have terrible luck with Emblem. No crit. This ER still doesn't help with her burst. She's using the catch R5. Yes, I did fish for that. She's using Emblem. C6. 888. 879? I don't know. Amber, not built. She's using Fav and Noblesse. C3, not built. Chi Chi, absolutely not built. The amount of time I lost to Chi Chi is ridiculous, but she's not the worst character yet. Yaimiko, again another character who I regret and got only for the hype. Not built. Now Neelu, again I got her accidentally, and I got her quite recently with the new village charge attack apology primogems, and yeah, she is not built either. She is running her signature 2-piece, no cons, and not built. Child, he has a lot of attack, and he's currently in the works. He has a 60 crit rate and 190 crit damage and a 140 ER. He's running Thunderic Pulse, 2-piece, hydro damage, C0, and 888. Sayu not built. Rosaria not built. Diana not built. Barbara also not built.
いつになったらお姉ちゃんみたいに背が高くなるんだろう。
Now Albedo, he's in the work and I do plan on building him in the future. He has a very low defense but good crit damage, I guess. He has his original event weapon and it suits him so well. And he's again two-piece husk. I do plan on building him in the future. So yeah, not built. Now Jean. Now Jean is my, let's say, she was my first ever 5 star, and I do not like her. I do not mean by her character. I mean I just don't like the amount of times I've lost to 50-50 to her. For example, I got Jean C6 in the first 2 years of playing. If that isn't the proof of how many times I've lost, then I don't know what it is. So I absolutely loathe Jean. Ning Wang, not built, plan on building in the future. Now, Dory is a character I hate personality wise as well as gameplay wise, so you can expect me not to build her anytime at all. Now Heizo, though he's not raised, he's built. He has a decent crit ratio and he is running the Vitsit and he's using two-piece Verdasan and two-piece Shimenawa. He's C1 unfortunately. I really want a C6. Please rerun with Heizo. I really want a Heizo on a banner. I do plan on building Femine and he has the Eula weapon, the infamous Eula weapon, and yeah. Currently, my ally is not built, but she seems built because she is currently holding the artifacts for Mauvika. Now, Yansan is my latest character, and that is the end of the roster. I do plan on building many of these characters, but not right now because I'm running really low on resources. So yeah, I that's it for the account. I really hope you enjoyed this encounter and it gave you a bit of insight into my Genshin Impact life. And I hope to see you for the next video. Bye!